All right, everybody, we are here from the top 4 of the Fort Wayne, Indiana Regional Championships. Kyle Sucevich here with Drew Holton.
Woo!
And we're going to get started with Henry Pryor against Tyler Keller. These are two players that I don't think we've had a chance to feature yet in this tournament, but obviously they're still going. They're still going strong, and we should have a good matchup here.
Yeah. They've obviously had pretty good days. I think they both went 7-2 in Swiss, and they've worked their way up to the top 4.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Tyler or his path. I know he's a player from Kentucky. That's really all I know about him. I've seen him a few times. I haven't really seen him have a whole lot of success before, but obviously he's doing well today. I think he's playing a Hydreigon deck, at least from what I've heard.
Yeah, I talked to Henry before the game, and that's what he believed Tyler was playing, so we'll find out.
Yeah, we will, I guess. And Henry, you know, he had a pretty tough path to get here. He beat Jason Kozinski in the top 32.
Yep.
I'm not sure who else he beat, but
he beat Carl Shu and top 16, maybe.
And he just beat Nicholas Campbell, who was a runner-up at a regional championship last year. So he's taken down a lot of great players so far. And you know, I believe this is Henry's first year in Masters. And he just aged up. So this is a really big accomplishment. And I mean, just a 15-year-old kid out here. He's doing pretty well. He's
from Ohio. We've seen him play. My experience with him is mainly in the younger age groups, you know, because he just aged up. But yeah, obviously doing well.
Yeah. So we're just waiting to see who. If we're gonna get started here, you know that both sides got to set up. So we have the other matches: James Stumbo and Ross Cawthon. We've already featured those two guys, so we figured might as well give some new guys a chance. Henry's been asking us to feature him like all weekend, so here he is.
Constantly.
But usually people who request us to record them, they don't do too well once they hit the big stage. I remember...
bright lights.
Yeah.
Pulled under pressure. I remember Stefan Tobacco.
Stefan Tobacco at Worlds is just like begging us to feature him, and then finally happened and he lost. Alright, so Tyler, he starts with a Dino and headbutts for his first turn and benches a Mewtwo.
A good start.
We might see a quick game 1. Henry, he's playing Darkrai Terrakion. It's possible to get a turn 1 Retaliate if he has an Ultra Ball, Dark Patch, and Energy Switch. He does have a Juniper, so this is possible. Tyler benched the Mewtwo just because he knew it was possible to get knocked out. And
I
don't think it's going to happen.
Something's going on here.
I think he's just saying, don't do it to me. Let's see. So, double supporter. Wow. How did we not notice that? Yeah, he played a Charon, drew 3, and then played a Juniper. And then drew 7 more.
Yeah, he definitely played 2.
Yikes. This is a bad penalty. So I guess you can kind of determine what he discarded and what he drew.
What he discarded.
This is reversible because you know what cards were looked at, you know which cards were discarded. It's going to be a penalty no matter what.
Oh, for sure.
It's just a matter of how severe is the penalty. It could be as severe as a game loss. I've seen that assessed before.
Yeah, this is a regional championship. It's an upper level event, so it's probably going to be kind of harsh here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see this. This is bad. And nobody wants to lose a game on something silly like playing 2 supporters. You know, you're tired at this point. You've been playing since God knows when. Yesterday we had 9 rounds of Swiss. And then the top 32, and then you got to wake up, come back at like 8 in the morning, play some more. You're probably nervous.
He finally got to be on camera, and he starts doing this kind of stuff.
You hate seeing games decided by this, but you know when you break the rules, you get punished for it, and that's what we're seeing here. I think. I mean, this is something that could really shake you up if you lose a game like this. Yeah, you might not be able to think straight anymore. like nervous. Just being on camera probably doesn't help either. Like it's your first year in Masters, and ugh. All right, so they did reverse it. He gets his hand back. I don't know what further penalty.
I'm not sure what the penalty is here.
It should at least be a prize penalty, at the very least.
I would expect like, a prize penalty.
Yeah. But then again, sometimes judges are lenient. Sometimes they don't want the games to be decided like that. So the penalty can range anywhere from game loss to if they're feeling very nice, like a warning, a caution, something, that's not too likely. You're probably going to find a middle of the road with a prize loss here. Which actually might not end up mattering at all because Tyler has the worst hand in the world.
Yeah, this is, I'm sure Tyler's trying to get the harshest penalty possible, and his hand is horrible.
Yeah. And, I mean, I don't know, all we can do is sit here and wait. We don't have the audio at the table, so obviously we won't know exactly what's going on. And they're going to have to randomize Henry's deck for sure. I think they're just going through the penalty guidelines. They got the binder, the rules out here, and they're going to see, all right, how harsh should this penalty be? What do we give him? Do we give him a game loss? Do we let him off easy? He's just a kid, man. Maybe I just take it easy on him because he's just aged up.
Yeah, this is taking quite a while.
Yeah. But, you know, this is one of the largest tournaments of the season. The regional championships, nationals, and worlds are the only things above it. There's a lot of prizes on the line, so, I mean, you can't make these kind of mistakes and not get punished for it at this level. You know, if this were like a battle road, like, all right, who cares? There's nothing on the line. They're probably not going to hand out a game loss, but at this level of a tournament, yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, this is really taking a while. That's all I'm taking away from this, you know.
Yeah. Trying to buy some time here. Got to fill in the dead space.
You think this is there's a specific, you know, thing in the rules about this situation. You know, this situation has probably come up before, you know.
Yeah.
I just think there would be a plan for this.
Well, Drew, we got a little bit of downtime here.
Yeah.
So, gonna ask you a few questions that pop into my head. First of all, I already know the answer, but what's your favorite Pokemon?
I'm a big fan of Magmar for some reason. I don't know. He's just he's a big fire dude. Looks like a duck. He calls out to me. Smoochum would be a close second. Who's also kind of looks like a duck. He has a bill. I don't know. Maybe I just have a thing for duck Pokemon.
All right, fair enough. What about Ducklet?
You know, probably Psyduck over Ducklet. I don't know. And I'm not really hip on the newer Pokemon.
I guess. All right. What else can I ask you? If you were stranded on an island and you can only pick one Pokemon to be with, one Pokemon to bring with you.
Stranded on an island?
Yes.
Is it like a grassy island or?
I don't know, man.
If there was grass, I would go for like Miltank because you get the, it can feed itself. You got the milk thing going on, but otherwise, I don't know.
Oh, we got the game back, by the way. Looks like. Actually, I don't know what happened. There was not a prize penalty. That is amazing. And I think that's a Zweilous. He evolved into it and used. I don't know if he. Oh, it's a blend energy on it, so he's got the Zweilous. And yeah, I think. I don't know which one that is. I can't really tell. I think it's just the draw-in one, so it didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
Didn't actually do anything. He still doesn't have a supporter. He doesn't have anything. And if Henry can... he can't really do anything, but... He's going to bring out the Mewtwo and retaliate for 30.
Let's see how this goes down.
Yeah, Tyler gets to draw his card. see if he can get a Hydreigon in play. That might actually help him out a little bit, but he's got a max potion, just going to heal 30 from that Mewtwo. He's going to put an energy somewhere, but where do you put it in this situation? Probably just Mewtwo, honestly.
Yeah, you don't want to load up all your energy on one thing.
Especially on 90 hit point Pokemon, where it's just a fighting, catcher, and knockout. So Henry's going to play random receiver here, gets another Charon. Interesting that he's decided to go Charon over Bianca in this kind of a deck. I actually played Charon in my Darkrai Terrakion too, just because you would hit hands where you don't want to play your cards out. You have like energy switch that you want to hold on to, like your fighting energy sometimes. All sorts of things that you don't want to play down too soon. So you play Charon and take the weaker draw sometimes, but it's more consistent, lets you build up your hand. But he does have a Fossil Energy Search that's going to grab this fighting energy, and if he's got the catcher, he's going to be able to knock out this wireless, and this will probably just be game over.
Alright, we'll see what he does here.
Yeah.
And there's the catcher.
Alright, so Tyler's got to be thinking this one's not going well for me. He draws another Dino at least. If he doesn't have an energy, he cannot even X-Ball. He's going to catcher. I don't know.
It's really a wasted catcher.
Well, if he doesn't have an energy, then you're going to catcher, but I guess not. He's just going to take a Retaliate or a Land Crush for 90. And
not sure what's going on here. Henry plays so fast.
Yeah,
it seems like he has to. He tried to play a dark patch, but he didn't have any darks.
Yeah. This is really telling of a player who's kind of just aged up. I think players in juniors and seniors really go very quickly when they play. You know, they just kind of act on impulse a lot. They don't always analyze the situation as much as masters would. So maybe we're just kind of seeing it here.
Yeah, it's such a contrast from last game where we saw Ross, where he's just really, really considering every single option.
Yeah. Ross would still be on his first turn right now.
Yeah, he would be on his first search. So Tyler's just really trying to stall here and survive.
Yeah. Sorry, the announcements are a little loud. Can't do anything about that. Just gonna wait till those are over. Alright, Alright, they're done. Alright, so. Yeah, I mean, Henry's playing quickly, but this game he can't really lose, I don't think, at this point. He's got. There's the energy switch to move up energy to his Darkrai and retreat. And he's just going to keep retaliating. This is really like impossible for Hydreigon to deal with, or Darkrai's in general.
Yeah.
The loaded Terrakion with 3 energy.
Very aggro.
Yeah, just land crushing quickly. It's kind of tough to pull off, but when you do, it's just
devastating. You can't do anything about it.
I mean, what do? You put down a Darkrai and get land crushed. Wow, believe it or not, Ross's top 4 opponent had to go home.
What?
So he had a walkover in the top 4, and he'll be in the finals.
That is good thing we didn't pick that match.
Yeah, so Ross will be in the finals.
All right, Masters video meeting players, this is your round 3.
Ross just gives us the yeah.
All right, so we're just seeing Tyler trying to buy some time here. He doesn't really have much. He's going to catch her out. Mewtwo. And
Henry has a huge hand.
I mean, if he has a dark, he just retreats and then land crushes again.
But he doesn't have anything.
Oh,
wow.
random receiver. All right, things are starting to pick up. Got a Juniper. That's probably what he wanted. Wow. He doesn't want to end Henry when he doesn't have anything. But I'm thinking it was a situation where Henry probably had an N in his hand and he didn't want to play it. Because Tyler had nothing.
It's hard to imagine he just had no playable cards in that hand.
Yeah, he's got like 10 cards. So let's see. We got a Juniper. Is there anything else he can even play in his hand? Nope, just rare candy. So who knows? Maybe he'll get set up from here. It's going to take a lot for him to come back from this, though. Just the Terrakion is such a big deal. He puts down his Darkrai, which Oh, you got rare candy Hydreigon.
There he goes.
This is all it takes, guys. He can start to come back here. He's going to retreat, probably junk hunt here. Get 2 items back.
Yeah, this is all you need to get going.
Yeah, he'll probably take a max potion and something else. Because he really needs to heal that Mewtwo off. It's got 90 on it. It's just a sitting duck for any catcher. He's going to take another random receiver, get that back. It's the benefit of having Sableye with random receiver. You can just, if you draw a dead hand off your supporter, you can always just get another one.
Yeah, and there's the end you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like, Henry kind of started his turn before Tyler was done junk hunting. He plays so fast.
Yeah, he's, I don't know if it's like his nerves or the fact if he really just plays that fast all the time, but he needs to take a breath, slow down a little bit. This is how
Not
mistakes
used to this pace,
happen.
Yeah.
This is how you play 2 supporters in a turn. It's not good.
Maybe that's the secret to success.
Yeah. Alright, so he draws 5 for the end, I think. I hope he drew 5. That would be bad if he drew more than that. He's attaching to his Mewtwo. And then just retreating to Terrakion. If he has a catcher, that'll be big, but he doesn't.
Nope. Even then, he's caught up 2 prizes, and what's that Darkrai gonna do? Tyler doesn't have any energy in play.
I mean, realistically, Tyler's gonna need like a Dark Patch, and then like a Blend and a Shaman to even like attack this turn.
Yeah.
But he just attaches the Dark from his hand, so there's the Dark Patch though. So if he gets, he could take a risk if he gets an Eviolite and Night Spear. 2 Dark Patches.
Oof.
So he's gonna be able
to blend.
to Night Spear. He already
Shaman.
attached.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's all he can do is attack with Dark. And he's got
an
the
Eviolite.
so.
Nice hand.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, his start was pretty bad, but it's making up for it now. So he's going to be able to, you know, let's see, if he got another energy, he'd be able to catch Henry's Mewtwo and knock it out, but that's not going to happen. He's probably just going to take the risk. You know, if Henry has a Tool Scrapper, this game is over.
Yeah, he's already down 2 prizes.
Yeah.
He's got to be kind of more aggressive than he would usually be.
Right. So he's just going to Night Spear for 70, 30 to the Mewtwo. I like that placement. It's going to allow him to Dragon Blast Mewtwo for a knockout if need be. Or just soften it up for X-Ball of his own Mewtwo. It's interesting that Henry does play Mewtwo because a lot of people drop that from this deck.
Yeah, he just doesn't run double colorless, I imagine, so he has to energy switch into it.
Yeah. I also saw something else weird in his deck when he was shuffling. It was a Ho-Oh.
What?
Yeah. He runs some wacky stuff, I guess. He's got a Ho-Oh for energy acceleration.
For Shaman, maybe?
Yeah.
Also Shaman counter?
That can work, yeah. Or it can just get you an extra energy one turn, the energy switch off. So, yeah, I guess some interesting things here have taken Henry to the top 4, and he does not draw the Tool Scrapper. That Darkrai lives. This game goes on.
Tyler's going to have to hit some max potions here soon.
He's got one in his hand. He was just holding on to it because he thought he would get Land Crushed for 160.
Yeah.
So he'll have one for sure.
Not sure how much damage is on that Mewtwo.
Yeah, it's 120 now. It took a
90 from the
Land Crush. Yeah. Got another Dark Patch, so if he gets a catcher, he can possibly go for that Mewtwo. Take that out of play. And then it's weird. Something really strong in this matchup is if he can take Henry's Mewtwo out and then he gets enough energy in play, he can load up a Mewtwo and then Henry's got nothing to respond to that.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. This Hydreigon deck, it just has possibilities. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's less consistent. You can see it has clunky starts sometimes, but when it gets set up, it's a monster of a deck. We've seen it even today have all sorts of comebacks. I believe the first match of the day where Nathan...
Yeah, he was able to come back with Shaman.
Yeah. So, I don't know if Tyler plays Shaman. That is become a standard card in the Hydreigon deck just because it uses the blend energy. He just...
doesn't even max potion.
Did he not have one?
Way to go, Kyle.
Maybe he did. Huh.
You'd have to imagine he would have played if he had it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's losing
he's
3 energy there. And yeah, Henry's just gonna bring out his Terrakion and Land Crush for a knockout. Strange play for sure. If you're gonna do that, I think you almost are better off just retreating to Hydreigon and Dragon Blasting for 120, because you don't give up the prizes and the energy. But we'll see. Now the only thing standing between Tyler and losing is a catcher from Henry.
Yep. And yeah, this is not a good spot for him.
Tyler actually promotes his Dino. He doesn't have Darkrai in play.
But
so,
he's got the Ultra Ball.
Yeah. I was thinking it would be weird if you normally want to promote, you want to leave the Dark Pokemon on your bench so you can Dark Patch to it, because he doesn't have any other Dark Pokemon in play.
Oh yeah, that's right, because the Hydreigon is a Dragon Pokemon.
Yeah, he's going for Shaman, but he doesn't have a Darkrai out here.
Maybe it's in his hand. Slow rolling it.
Could be. Maybe he doesn't realize it. It's a possibility sometimes when you're playing.
Sometimes you just so used to having Darkrai out, you forget when it's not out.
Exactly. So
you just completely forget about retreat costs in general.
Mm-hmm. He's putting down the Shaman. I don't know if this is early or not. You usually want to save it to like the very last moment so it doesn't get hit by Night Spear. You see a Max Potion. Oh, he gets another.
There is an Ultra Ball.
So he does need the Darkrai. Discard a Rare Candy and a Dark. Okay, so he escapes that situation.
Yeah, I was a little afraid there that something was gonna happen.
Yeah. Now, what does he attack with here?
Yeah. Seems like he's kind of favoring the Shaman.
I don't like that too much, but he's gonna do it.
Yeah, the Shaman, it's got 2 energy on it. You don't know what kind of tricks Henry could play. He could get a double energy switch, Mewtwo KO, something like that.
Yeah, I think his thought process is, I can't use Hydreigon. I don't have enough energy. I don't want to use Darkrai because then I'm just an energy switch, a Terrakion energy away from losing. I don't want to attack with Mewtwo because the same thing.
Yeah.
It's even simpler, just an energy and an energy switch. So the only safe attacker on his board is the Shaman. And that's what he decided to attack with.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's going to need Max Potions, otherwise this thing is not long for this world. So the Shaman does have 110 hit points. That makes it very bad against
looks like
Darkrai.
Henry's going for it.
Oh. This is strange indeed.
He's just swinging.
That thing is going to get knocked out.
Yeah, the Mewtwo's going down.
That was a weird play from Henry. I mean, Tyler's just going to Max Potion. He can Revenge Blast for 150. He's going to make a comeback here.
Yeah, I think safe to say, based on the board position, Henry didn't play any supporters last turn.
Wow. This is huge. I thought he was done for. I thought he was going to lose this game.
It looked like he was done. He got a turn of stalling, gusted up Henry's Mewtwo, and then he just went off.
Wow, this is just the power of Hydreigon. It's just Max Potion, honestly.
Yeah.
Just wipe the damage off your board. This is crazy. Shaman EX is by far the biggest comeback card in the format. Once you fall down all those prizes, you can just blast through all of these EXs and just start taking 2 prizes a turn.
Henry does play that Ho-Oh.
It's true, it's not quite over, but he has to get it in his discard pile to use the Rebirth, which is a flip. So there's a lot of stuff that has to happen. And Tyler catches out Darkrai. I'm not sure why he's doing that.
Yeah, the Mewtwo definitely seems like the bigger threat at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. He puts an Eviolite on the Shaman, so it's not going to be in real danger to get knocked out.
And
unless he does that.
So the Shaman has 3 energy on it right now, and an Eviolite. So
I think it only has 2.
2?
It's
okay.
2 and an Eviolite, yeah.
2 and an Eviolite.
But he's putting himself in harm's way, kind of. But Henry's hand is really bad. Just Terrakion and 2 Tool Scrappers. So
And what's he gonna do?
Henry's just gonna try to save this Mewtwo for like one last hurrah, but Tyler's having none of that, and Shaman is just gonna
Uh,
roll through and take all these prizes.
Yeah.
Is he gonna take all 6 prizes, isn't it? Oh, he's gonna attack with something else finally. But that would have actually taken all 6.
Yeah, Shaman is just so powerful in this deck for comebacks.
Yeah. And we're gonna see a Dragon Blast here that's gonna make it even tougher on Henry to do anything. But you know, Tyler can't actually get a knockout next turn. He can't knock out the Darkrai. He doesn't have enough energy in play to do anything like that. Revenge Blast is only doing 150.
Can he just get a Mewtwo KO here? Oh no, he's good.
What's that?
Never mind. I was thinking he only had 2 prizes left for some reason.
Oh, no,
That's
no.
not right at all.
Yeah, he's gonna attack with Dragon
Yeah.
Blast here. He could have just attacked with Mewtwo and just X-Balled. It's really unlikely for Henry to have.
Another Mewtwo.
He would need Mewtwo, Energy Switch, Energy, Dark Patch, Energy Switch. Yeah, that's not happening.
Stranger things have happened.
I don't think that one's going to happen. But he's just going to take the safe route. He knows he's pretty much got this game wrapped up, as weird as that sounds. But actually, Henry could, if he top deck a Juniper, he could go Terrakion, Energy
And
Switch,
apparently he
Fighting,
did
Catcher,
not.
but yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
On another 2 turns, this one will be over.
Yeah, we'll
You got this turn.
probably just see him Night Spear. That's the safest thing he could do. No Terrakion can come down, I don't think.
Yeah, if you're Henry, you almost scoop to save time.
At the same time, this game is pretty much over in a turn, so might as well just like play the extra minute or so and see what else your opponent has in store for you. If he plays down any tricks or anything. It's actually a weird decision on what Henry attacks with here. There are...
Tyler.
What's that? Or Tyler, sorry. I was just thinking that Henry could have some tricks up his sleeve with the Ho-Oh, but that's really
got
unlikely.
a top deck of Juniper or an N, I guess. No,
Yeah.
N doesn't help him at all, so I don't know.
Yeah. This game it's over in a turn, I think. Tyler, I don't know if he has a catcher, but I don't think it matters. Like, anything Henry retreats to is just loses the game anyway.
And he top decked a Dark Patch, so that's it.
And wow, Tyler Keller makes a huge comeback in the first game in the top 4 of Indiana Regionals. I can't say I expected that game to play out like that.
Wow, you know, the early aggressive Terrakion like that almost never loses in that situation, especially with Tyler drawing pretty much dead those opening turns, so it's really surprising and just shows the power of this deck.
Yeah, it shows how strong Shaman is against the Darkrai Terrakion deck. This is really the card that kind of evens the battle here. You know, you have Terrakion wipes out your Darkrai's, but then at the end, the Shaman comes out and just does 150, 180 damage and knocks out Terrakion. He's weak to grass, and nothing can knock it out in one hit unless Henry gets that Ho-Oh out, which he wasn't able to get.
Yeah, really saw Henry sputter out after his fast start.
Yeah.
He whiffed that turn where his Mewtwo was active on retreating.
Yep.
I don't know if that would have ended up mattering.
Yeah.
Tyler did go off right away.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, when he finally drew his supporter, he just
emptied out his hand.
Yeah, it was like Rare Candy, Hydreigon, Dark Patch, powered up a Darkrai in one turn. That was a crazy turn there, and then he also had the big gamble where he had to emulate his Darkrai and attack into a loaded Terrakion.
Swung into the loaded Terrakion.
Crossed his fingers that there was no Tool Scrapper, and you know, the risk paid off. Tyler's 1 game up.
No.
Alright, so looks like Henry even shuffles fast, so
Yeah, you can see he's really upset he lost that game because he was really far ahead. I saw just from his body language, he was really frustrated at the end. He like slammed his hand down. So you can see he's eager to start the next game. He's angry he lost.
yeah, he's a young guy. He's ready to impress in the Masters.
Yeah.
Just wants to get that first victory out of the way.
Yeah, can't blame him. You know, there's a big stigma on kids that age up. You know, you're not ready to hang with the big boys
Yeah, there is
yet.
that stigma, but look at the past 2 World Championship winners.
Yeah, they've both been 16. So the young guys are showing us washed up old guys how it's done. Let's see. The series is far from over. Pretty much anything can happen. Henry could easily win the next 2 games. We could just see Tyler draw 2 dead hands. Anything can happen in Pokemon. Anything, Drew.
Yeah, anything.
And whoa, Henry's gonna start with a Stun Fist.
Stun Fist, come on, man. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
It's actually a really strong card in this matchup, and he's got the fighting, so he's gonna be able to Muddy Water for 40. And then next
Rumble
turn,
is a solid attack.
Rumble is the big one. It prevents your opponent from retreating and it hits a Darkrai for 80. So you can really just kind of lock a Darkrai there until you knock it out, and they can't Dark Patch to it because it's active. So Stunfisk is a really, really big card. It can also knock out Dinos if he wants to catch those out. So starting with this, he probably only plays like 1. So starting with this is a really big deal.
Yeah, so Henry used an Energy Search and got off Dark, which he discarded the Ultra Ball for the Darkrai. He had a Dark in his hand, so maybe he could have got his second fighting there to prepare himself for next turn. I believe Rumble costs. Does it cost 2 fighting?
No, just 1 fighting, 1 colorless.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was alright.
Yeah, he plays so fast. It's really amazing me just watching him.
Yeah.
He did that turn in like 30 seconds.
I can't move that fast anymore. Alright, so Tyler's got an Ultra Ball, grabbing a Dino. Now this is one of those situations where in my Hydreigon deck, I'd actually run one of the Dragon-type Dinos.
Yeah, just to avoid the fighting weakness.
It has a different weakness. In this situation, this is where it would come up. You would search for the Dragon-type one. But it looks like he runs all Dark-type ones, which is fine, but just a little quirk that might come up here.
Yeah, so we see an early game end, which seems to be a staple in this format.
Yeah, he actually Ultra Balled away an end too, so there's 2 gone already. Something you always have to worry about is burning out your supporters too early on in the game.
Yep. Yeah, you see a lot of players do that. They'll like Juniper away several ends, and then late game they can't find any more supporters.
Yeah. Resource management has become a lot more important in the game now that there's no Junk Arm and stuff like that. No more Smeargle. And it looks like we have a Dark Patch onto Dino. I don't know exactly what that does.
Gets the energy into play.
Yeah, I guess he
doesn't want to get end or something.
That's true.
And he has no other basics, so might as well play it.
Alright, he's going to catch the Darkrai. This might buy him a turn, but I saw Henry has an energy switch, so he's going to catch her out the Dino, Dark, and then probably just free retreat and energy switch and Rumble.
And there's a Juniper.
No, he does not have
the
the energy switch. Never mind. I was mistaken. He got N, sorry.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about his last hand. But yeah, that Ho-Oh hits the discard pile. That is going to be important as the game progresses.
And there's the energy switch.
Alright, so he does have the energy switch. He's going to be able to Rumble for a knockout. Take
and
the first
Dark
prize
Patch
here.
As well, so a pretty good turn for him.
Yeah, this this is probably the best start you could hope for, besides a turn 2 Land Crush.
Yeah.
Or a turn 2 Night Spear.
The Rumble's not too bad.
Yeah. And even though like Tyler's got 2 energy on his Darkrai, he won't be able to Night Spear this turn. He does get the Eviolite, which is a fairly important card.
Yeah.
It's going to stop Rumble from knocking him out in 2 hits.
Is that another Dino on the bench?
Yeah.
Looks like it's...
He got a Sableye and a Dino out there. So this is kind of dangerous if he just keeps benching them one by one. They can just get captured, and he'll never get Hydreigon out.
Henry has the opportunity here to really lock him out of the game.
Yeah. Which is why I kind of like Level Ball in the Hydreigon deck a little bit, because you can Level Ball for more Dinos early on, and you need to get 2 in play, otherwise just get captured. But there's Tool Scrapper. That's a really big card there.
And we see Henry plays Juniper. See him try to play a Dark Patch again with no Darks in the discard pile. He's done that a couple times.
Yeah. He's a little nervous, but that Tool Scrapper was big. Now he's going to be able to Rumble twice for a knockout. It'll do 80. He already did 40 before. Whereas he would have been 20 short with the Eviolite on there. Looks like Tyler doesn't care. He's got a Rare Candy Hydreigon. Looks like he's got a Max Potion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Just wow. Now he's not safe though. he doesn't have any options because he's rumbled and he's only got a dark in his hand. But if Henry pulls fighting energy switch, that's pretty much game. He's gonna knock out the Darkrai.
He has a fighting in his hand. He has a couple fightings.
Okay.
It looks like an N is a supporter. We saw last game when Tyler only had a couple cards. Henry didn't play that N.
Yeah. And I don't think I would play it here either. It's not worth it.
Yeah, in this situation, you can just take that rumble.
Yeah, you just rumble, you force him to knock you out, and then you just retaliate him.
Yeah.
That's really all that's going to happen here. That's kind of what's nice about Stunfisk, too. It works pretty well with Terrakion. And I don't know if Tyler has an option here. He cannot retreat. He's rumbled. So he's probably just going to Night Spear. His other option was just to like sit back and move his energy back and just pass.
I feel like a player typically hates sacrificing their Darkrai like that, but it might have been the correct play. You get to save all those energy, and then your Hydreigon is able to swing, or you can just junk on the turn.
But I think he was just thinking more along the lines of, my hand is terrible. I want to get a prize, so I can maybe fish out an extra card. Maybe I'll get a supporter. Did he just draw one? Nope, that's a level ball.
So he does play level ball.
Yeah. I think he's probably going to end up using Junk Hunt this turn. I don't know if he's played a random receiver yet, but that would help him out quite a bit.
Yeah, you have to imagine there's something in there.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, what does he have to work with here? He puts down another Sableye.
And he's going to lose all his energy this turn.
Yeah, and unless he's got an energy in hand, he's going to lose another blend, which is the big thing. He's going to run out of options to attack with things that aren't named Darkrai.
Yeah.
And that's not good when you're facing a Terrakion.
Alright, so yeah, that is what he's going to do.
He really doesn't have another choice. I guess he can like cross his fingers and hope that Henry doesn't have an energy, but it's pretty...
I think we know that he's fighting, I think.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Henry's got like 10 cards anyway, so I would expect him to have some sort of energy.
I mean, he could just retreat to the Darkrai.
Yeah, exactly. Tyler's going to take a Dark Patch. And
Ultra Ball.
So there's no random receiver in there.
Yeah, at that point, I don't even know if it's worth it to junk hunt there and lose the blend. That's kind of a trade-off as well.
That's true, yeah. I don't think I would have done that either. Just sit there, accept it. At this point...
This is going to be extremely hard to come back from, too. Yeah, what we saw last game.
I don't want to say game's over anymore, but this one's over.
this one looks like it's over.
Alright, so there's one Dark Patch. He's got two, actually. He's playing the second one here.
He's going to go aggro Sableye here.
Well, he can't even retreat, so
yeah.
He's just going to leave the energy up there and pass, which is all he can do.
Yeah. We're going to see...
Alright, we have a Night Spear. It's a double knockout for the game. So that's going to be game 2. Henry ties up the series after a devastating loss in the first one. He rebounds. And we're tied 1-1. One game to decide who goes to the finals to meet Ross in this Indiana Regional Championship. Well, it's just 2 matches, and you take home 120 championship points. You get your trip paid to Indianapolis, which is really close to here.
Down the road.
Yeah. I mean, you get your hotel paid for and all that stuff, and gas. And, I mean... It's just nice. You get 2 buys at Nationals, too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain when you win.
Yeah. Even actually winning this match gets you 2 buys at Nationals, so this is the big round here. And I think you get 110 championship points for second. It's either 100 or 110. Either way, that's a huge amount. That's over a quarter of the way there.
Oh, yeah.
So
winning a big event like this is just huge if you're planning on going to Worlds.
Mm-hmm. All right,
so Henry has had 2 fast starts in a row. We see if he can make it 3.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complaining all day that Henry's just running good. He's drawing perfect hands all day. Jason Klazitsky was saying that he would like put Henry in the worst situations possible, where Henry'd have like one energy in play and like a 3-card hand. Jason would take a knockout, and then Henry would drop like Terrakion, energy switch, fighting, and a tool scrapper, and knock out his Darkrai.
I don't want to hear Jason's sour grapes. The guy's gotten lucky a few times over his career.
Yeah, even the guy Henry faced in the last round said, like, third game, Henry got a turn 1 X-Ball doing 40, and then, which means it takes a Dark Patch and an energy switch and an energy turn 1, and then turn 2 he followed it up with a Night Spear. So that's just kind of the tournament that Henry
Sometimes
said.
just run hot.
Yeah. All right. So Tyler did Mulligan. Henry's going to start with 2 Pokemon here. It's an interesting choice depending on what those 2 Pokemon are.
Yeah.
And you know what? I haven't seen Henry play Sableye. Has he?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Hammers either, so it looks like he might not play either.
Very strange. Most of the Darkrai decks are focused on Sableye.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to whether I ever saw one.
I don't think I have. He's definitely not used Junk Hunt yet. So he's just like focusing on going all in.
Super aggressive, you know. Sableye is kind of like that. If you have the cards already, it helps you out maintain your consistency, but it doesn't really get you started at all.
I mean, it can with like Dark Patch getting it back, but yeah, it's more just like just to kind of smooth things out. And yeah, I don't know. He probably plays like at least one Sableye.
You have to imagine.
There's no way you don't play Sableye. It's just really good, but who knows?
Looks like Henry has a pretty strong hand again. I saw fighting some supporters, stuff like that.
Yeah, and we've seen pretty much everyone has opted to just start with Terrakion. And wow, Tyler just discarded a Rare Candy and a Hydreigon. I think he did. Those were the 2 cards he discarded. That's very strange to see.
Must have a pretty strong hand or something.
Either that, or he's got a Juniper and he's got to discard it all. That's just like, ugh. That's so gross to see. Like, those are the 2 cards you want. But maybe he has more. If he has 2 copies of each in his hand.
Yeah, that would be a pretty horrible opening hand, and he didn't play supporter either, so.
Yeah, well, maybe he's.
He could have a Juniper.
Maybe he's sandbagging it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. If he has the Juniper, then yeah.
Yeah. You know,
his 2 cards must be Rare Candy, Hydreigon, Juniper, if that's what his hand is. But otherwise, he's got nothing. And Henry starting off with a Dark Patch.
Speed Racer.
Yeah, I know. Can't even keep up with what he did. He played a Juniper. He might have played 2 supporters by now. I don't even know. Energy Switch. Double Energy Switch. Shoves the Sableye. Slides it out there. I don't know what this kid's on, but I want some. Alright, so he's going to Junk Hunt here. He does play Sableye. He's going to get back a Random Receiver and a Dark Patch, it looks like.
My mind is blown by the speed.
Yeah, Rare Candy, Hydreigon. So turn 2, he's got it out.
It's like he shotgunned a case of Red Bull before this game.
Oh my god. Okay, so Tyler, he's got nothing. He's got Rare Candy, Hydreigon. That's all he's got, though. Henry, you know, he played, or he did the Junk Hunt. He's already played 2 energy switches, so I was surprised he didn't get another one back. That's That's really what makes this deck work. Just being able to switch your energy around, move from Pokemon to Pokemon, and just retaliate out of nowhere. So if he doesn't have access to energy switch as the game goes on, he might end up in a tough spot.
So we see another Dark Patch. Looks like he just had that 1 Dark in the discard.
Yeah, that's why getting back Dark Patch is kind of weird.
Yeah. And Junk Hunt again.
So he got a Random Receiver last turn, didn't he?
Yes.
Did he? He must have got an N, or what happened? He plays
I'm
so
not
fast. I don't know what happened.
I was trying to. Yeah, he definitely has an in his hand.
Yeah, so he didn't want to play it because Tyler only has like a 2-card hand.
We've seen that a few times out of Henry where you just can't play supporters.
Yeah, that's just what N is. I mean, sometimes you have to give your opponent a new hand. Sometimes you have it in your hand and you don't want to give them.
And it's good to see Henry's not playing these ends. You see a lot of players just like poorly read their opponent, poorly read the situation. They go ahead and play the end, thinking about only themselves.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's warranted. Like, it's worth it. Like, if you're gonna get a first Night Spear in a mirror match, then it's well worth it just to draw it first. But in this situation, you definitely wouldn't play it. I think he just discarded a potion too. He's got all sorts of stuff in this deck.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Here's a Juniper. He's going to draw 7. He played another energy switch. That's the 3rd one.
He got one back.
All right,
last
he
turn.
got it back. All right, so he's still at 2. He will get the first Night Spear. And Tyler is just under a ton of pressure.
Yeah, this is really a key turn here.
Does he get a max potion or a supporter?
He's got. It's hard to imagine he just has nothing with like 4 or 5 cards in his hand, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, he's gonna play
an Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball. I don't even know what you get here. Maybe Sableye, depending on what the other card in his hand is.
Yeah, I don't think he's played any good trainers though. So
he's got like Dark Patch, a couple rare candies. It's just one of those situations where you play to thin out your deck, probably. There's nothing he can really get here.
Yeah, it's tough to watch.
He needs a Dynamo and he needs to start Thunder Waving.
Yeah.
Or I guess he could get a Sableye and go for Confuse Ray. Try to buy some time that way.
But he grabbed the Darkrai.
Yeah.
And Dark Patches.
Yeah, so he's just gonna retreat to another Darkrai. This really doesn't get you anywhere. I guess he's gonna go to Hydreigon, which is even riskier. Because that opens up a double Night Spear knockout, because it'll have 120 on it.
Yeah.
So I really think Henry's got firm control of this one. I mean, he hasn't taken a prize yet, but there's 90 on the Darkrai. There's going to be a 120 on the Hydreigon.
At the same time, all Tyler needs is top like a Juniper or something. Hit some max potions. He's got 2 energy in play, and he can go from there.
Now, if Henry pulls off something wacky like a double energy switch onto Terrakion, he could catch that one Darkrai, but
so he's just content to do
Night Spear,
set up stuff for Night Spear.
And that's fine. Tyler, this is the turn he needs to top deck something. It's got to be a supporter this turn.
That looked like a catcher to me.
Yeah, it's a catcher. Maybe he can buy a turn, bring up a
Terrakion. Hope he doesn't have a Dark. We've seen that before.
Yeah, I would actually prefer to bring up Sableye there, because if you're going to make him waste an attachment to retreat, put it on something useless, not a Terrakion.
Yeah, that's true. It helps power up the Terrakion down the road.
Yeah, so I'd actually prefer bringing up like Sableye there, but it might not even matter. It looks like Henry, I don't know, if Henry had a Dark, he would have played that.
Yeah, lightning speed.
Before the turn even started, he would have played it.
So Tyler gets Henry again with this. Henry has an N in his hand again. See what he does here.
Yeah, he can't play it.
Yeah,
you can't give your opponent 6 cards. Go from 0 to 6. You just got to suck it up and pass, I think.
Oh, he had a Juniper?
He top decked a Juniper, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a game, folks. All right. Welcome to the top
Does he have
4.
max potion? He needs max potion.
Okay. Wow. That changes everything. If he's got the max potion, he can heal Hydreigon, which he really needs to do.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
He doesn't get it, but Henry still doesn't have an energy. But this turn,
he has the end. He will play the end now.
Yeah. This is gonna be a 3-prize turn if
he hits a Dark.
Yeah, he needs a Dark or an energy switch to pull off a triple prize turn here. That's half the game over. And he's gonna leave Tyler with no Hydreigon in play. Just Darkrai versus Terrakions.
Yeah, a Darkrai with 3 energy.
It doesn't go very well. And I think he got a Dark.
Oh yeah, he definitely got Dark.
So,
Speed
yikes.
Racer.
This is bad news.
Yeah, and we saw Tyler discard that rare candy Hydreigon first turn of the game, so...
Yeah, so he's going to be struggling to get anything going. He's got an Eviolite that doesn't actually help him against Land Crush or Retaliate. He got a Super Rod, though.
Yeah, so he gets that back, but the rare candies are kind of missing now.
Yeah, depends on how many rare candies he plays. There's at least 2 gone. I don't know if he discarded a 3rd one, too. I don't know, he can always get Zweilous, I guess. Slowly get to stage 1. If he has a catcher here, I think he should go for the Terrakion with the fighting. Just kind of take the risk that Henry doesn't have the energy switch and set up a turn where you can knock out both Terrakions at once. That's going to be your way to come back here. And if Henry doesn't have an energy, then
and he did M, so Henry can definitely whiff off this.
Yeah, he's only getting 3 cards. And, you know, first game it happened. Saw a big comeback.
He got him 1 turn this game.
Yep. This is definitely going to be exciting. Fast-paced game. It's going to get 6
first
cards.
card. Henry's got a dark.
Okay. So he'll be able to... well, he can retreat, but he won't be able to land crush.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Unless he has an energy switch. He hasn't... It's a Tool Scraper.
Yeah,
okay.
it's Tool Scraper. Energy switch would be the nail in the coffin, though.
He's already played a few this game. I'm not sure how many he runs.
Yeah, he probably runs 3 or 4. At least 3. But here we go. There's tons of damage on both Terrakions. So if Tyler could get 1 more catcher, he'll get a double knockout on those Terrakions, which is going to be big.
And Henry plays a little slow for once. Let's see what's going on.
He's like, I got a lot of damage on here. Maybe I should think about this.
Yeah, he's got to think about some stuff.
Yeah, he'll get a Night Spear, but the Tool Scrapper is actually going to be big for Night Spearing. Because now he can 2-hit with the Night Spear, whereas he would have been 10 short. There's 30 on the Darkrai already. He would have done 70 and 70, which would be 10 short of a knockout. He's going to catch out Dino. Just take the prize on that.
Yeah, I'm not...
I like the play just because it puts Tyler on just like a 1-turn clock to evolve, or he can max potion, I guess. So Tyler, he needs a catcher this turn, I think. He's got an N in his hand for sure. He's gonna put a blend on his Sableye just to get another energy in play. And all right, we got
another
an N.
N.
Obviously, he's gonna be looking for rare candy, Hydreigon.
Yep.
But I think #1 card here is catcher, so you can just wipe out both Terrakions. Then you set the stage to start the comeback.
Yeah, he's right back in the game if he gets that.
Yeah. I might see some Shaman action come in, and who knows?
Yeah, this deck can definitely make a huge comeback.
Yeah, this would be the biggest one yet. I mean, he's down 4 prizes. He lost his Hydreigon.
He's played 2 rare candy, and
it's not looking too good. I don't think he even got a catcher. He's got the Zweilous.
There we go.
So if Henry whiffs his catcher, this could be all right. I think if I'm Tyler here, I consider retreating and using Junk Hunt, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think you want to, like... yeah, I was going to say, you definitely don't hit one of those Terrakions.
Oh, yeah, that's just, like, suicide. But, Henry top decked the random receiver into the Juniper.
Wow.
That's...
Sometimes you just run hot.
Yep. That's the name of the game, and a Tool Scrapper. He redraws that.
He's got it.
Fighting.
It's over.
And that's going to be the game.
Wow.
Henry Pryor will move on to the finals here at the Indiana Regional Championship.
Wow.
Crazy series. Tyler almost made a comeback.
Tyler almost made a comeback. He was probably like 1 turn away, I'd say.
I think so, yeah.
And Henry...
Even just 1 catcher away.
Yeah.
Knocking out both Terrakions and taking that option off the board. So, wow. Very fortunate for Henry there to top deck that at the most
Look how happy he is.
probable, or at the most opportune moment. But hey, that's Pokemon sometimes.
Yep.
That's what happens with N in the format. Comes down to the luck of the draw, and the luck is definitely with Henry today.
Yeah, sometimes it's just your tournament. You feel like I've definitely had it. Just, everything goes right for you sometimes, and now we're gonna see Henry versus Ross. It's probably the 2 most differing play styles in terms of speed.
Yeah, we're gonna see Henry take about 10 seconds for his turn, and Ross take significantly longer on his turn.
I would definitely like to see the chess clock for this one.
Yeah, it'll be a funny game to watch, but it should be a good one. I mean, both these guys obviously played well to get here. You know, Ross is no stranger to these big situations.
Yep.
Just 2 years ago, he won Wisconsin Regional Championships. He beat me in the finals, so he's no stranger to winning regionals. He doesn't just take second place, even though
sometimes he takes first.
yeah. So it's going to be a great match, I think.
I agree. And Henry has a very interesting deck, you know. He's
Yeah.
got all these tech cards, the stun fisks. He doesn't play the hammers, which are pretty good versus Ross's deck, but
Right.
we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, so we'll be back with the finals shortly from the Indiana Regional Championships. Been Kyle Sucevich here with Drew Holton,
Yep.
and we will be back. So hang tight, guys.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Be here for the finals.